Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here, Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I had a rough morning, so I know I need a hug. Let's get to it before we get started. I woke up and they have no electricity. I don't know what was going on, but then it did. But it was just a day of mishaps. I interviewed Frida Payne via Instagram Live, and I don't have no help here. So I didn't know how to save it, and it just disappeared. I wanted to save it so I could edit it because we had about like 4 minutes of technical difficulties before we got into the interview. But I finally got a chance to interview Frida Payne, and she gave me some scoop. She's 78. She's best known for the 1970 hit Band of Gold. She has a new album out, Let There Be Love, teaming up with Johnny Mathis and Kenny Lattimore. But she's also writing a book, and she says she ain't holding nothing back. Frida Payne used to be married to singer Gregory Abbott in the 80s. I want to say 1985, the song Shake You Down. He was gorgeous. He had green eyes. He was just really good looking. He was a one-hit wonder. She was also involved with Edmund Silvers of the Silvers. Him and Foster led the group. They had the song Boogie Fever in the 70s. Old heads, this one is for y'all. But she lived with him and they were together for many years. Well, she told me that she ain't holding nothing back. I said, ooh. And she's gorgeous. Like, she's gorgeous. She probably can just have any man she wants. So I can't wait for this book, Band of Gold, Frida Payne, which is coming out in October. Jeopardy is finally washing their hands of Mike Richards. What took y'all so long? First, he tried to make himself the host. Then they found out all of this stuff, all of these comments that he made. But then he was like, well, I'm still going to be the executive producer. You got to get rid of the whole problem. And he was the problem. I mean, this has tarnished Jeopardy's reputation. Even longtime Jeopardy fans are like, what are y'all doing? Well, finally, they let go of Mike Richards. Day 8 in the R. Kelly trial. This time, a young man took the stand to testify that he was a victim of R. Kelly. He said he first met R. Kelly at a fast food restaurant. He said R. Kelly was going to help him with his music career. They get back to his home and R. Kelly hits him with, what are you willing to do to make it in the music business? And he said that's when the abuse started. He detailed how R. Kelly controlled the women, made them write letters so that R. Kelly could be protected, to say that he didn't do all of these things. But it's day 8 and this young man spilling the beans. Kenya Moore is coming to Dancing with the Stars. I'm still not excited. New season kicks off on September 20th, a Monday. JoJo Siwa is going to make history, the teen sensation with the same-sex partner. Olympic gold medal winner, love saying that, Suni Lee, she's dancing. We're going to find out the full cast on Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. But Kenya Moore, it's been leaked from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's joining, and Tyra Banks will once again be back as host. This weekend, two big like movie things. First of all, Cinderella. Amazon Prime is streaming it, another retelling of Cinderella, this time with pop sensation Camila Cabello. She's playing Cinderella. You got Idina Menzel. She used to be married to Taye Diggs. She's a big Broadway sensation. She's playing the fairy godmother. No, she's not playing the fairy godmother. She's playing the evil stepmother. You've got Billy Porter playing the fairy godmother. They had a premiere last night, and I was invited to to comment during their live streaming. Billy Porter wore the most fabulous outfit. It was like, whoa. But he is playing the fairy godmother. It starts streaming on Amazon Prime this weekend. At the movies, and I've been practicing, Simu Liu is starring in Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings. Latest Marvel movie, action. He's Chinese-Canadian. I've been watching his interviews, and he just had like such a great personality. But for this movie, led by an Asian cast, it will probably come at number 1. Every trailer I've seen, I've loved, from the action to the sequences. When Awkwafina is co-starring, but this is the first thing, uh, Marvel's first foray, and for many, it's about time. But there's so much excitement, and this young man, Simu Liu, starring in Shang-Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings. Well, we're going to see the new changes with CBS This Morning starting next week. Gayle King, Nate Burleson, Tony. I can only pronounce one name at a time, so we're going to say Tony. The new set. Now, these are the changes you're going to see. They're going to be broadcasting live from the new Times Square studio. It's the old studio where they used to film MTV's Request Live show. The theme is going to be different. They're going to have the horns. It's going to be modeled after CBS This Morning, which is really an excellent show and really well thought out pieces. It's going to be called CBS Morning. Gayle King. It launches next week. They're going to be right across the street, y'all, from Good Morning America. When you look at it, it's going to be like, why does this look like Good Morning America? Because a former boss from Good Morning America or ABC, they went over to CBS and they're copying. It's going to be interesting. Nate Burleson used to play in the NFL. Mike Strahan was in the NFL, but he's a Hall of Famer playing for those Giants. But you're going to see all of these similarities. But CBS Morning, the new look, studio, and everything kicks off next week, the day after Labor Day. The baby, the rapper, is attending 9 HIV awareness organization meetings. He has apologized again for inaccurate and hurtful comments. Did he lose a lot of money? You betcha. He lost millions. This is when the cancel culture really came together. I think he said a lot of things that he really did not know. And this is not making excuses, but the things he said were just so inaccurate. But the swiftness of people canceling him was stunning. He was lined up to do so many music festivals, lost millions. This is their way of repairing his image. Dennis Rodman, if you watch the documentary, The Last Dance, about the Chicago Bulls, of course, Dennis Rodman played a big part. And also what played a big part was the lost weekend. Dennis Rodman disappeared during the playoffs for 48 hours. No one could find him. No one knew where he was, even Michael Jordan. Then he pops up, laces up, and he proceeds to play, and the Bulls win. But what happened during that weekend? Well, there's a movie coming out entitled 48 Hours in Las Vegas. You know they love to say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, we're going to find out what happened that weekend with Dennis Rodman. The View and their changes. Woo! I didn't see this one coming. New season, season 25, kicks off with Whoopi, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, who they told her she had to stay on the show. She couldn't leave yet. Who's going to replace Meghan McCain, you say? A rotating host of conservatives. Most of them coming from Fox News, which makes me think that maybe they didn't try hard enough, because everybody has been affiliated with Fox. Another thing that surprised me, 3 African-American women are going to be a part of the mix. One of them is our former Secretary of State, Condoleezza Rice. You've got Ebony K Williams. She was recently on one of the Housewives shows, but she's a lawyer. She's a TV host, and she's done a ton of stuff for Fox. The other one is Mia Love, who is a former mayor, 45, Republican. She's American. She's Haitian. She's done political commentary for Fox News. She's also the first Black person elected to Congress from Utah. And she'll be sitting with them next week, y'all, because they're returning to the studio for the first time since the beginning of the pandemic. All the ladies from The View, they're all going to be on set. I'm not saying that Black people can't be conservatives, because they can, and they are out there. You got Gretchen Carlson, who brought the head of Fox News down when he was sexually harassing her. You've got Carly Fiorina. She was the CEO of Hewlett Packard. She was trying to be the president for 5 minutes. It's just interesting, their choices. a lot of these women, people are going to have to get to know, but I was shocked. But I was like, there's a lot of women you could bring. Some you don't want it to be too controversial. You don't want nobody, I think, that Joy and Whoopi are going to strangle. But you need different views. And that's why it's called The View. You need different views. Everybody can't think the same. But I was kind of surprised. What did you guys think? Instead of not one, but a series of rotating hosts. Now, where's Anna Navarro, you're saying? Anna is married to a very rich man, and she ain't trying to do no full-time stuff. She'll come in, but nope. She loves her life just the way it is. And a lot of people feel that she's not conservative enough. So this is going to be interesting. New season of The View kicks off next week. Actress Regina Hall is going to be joining Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg in the Netflix film Me Time. LaToya Luckett has found a gig. I love her. You know, she never seems to get a break. She got kicked out of Destiny's Child. She got kicked off the Fox show, Our Kind of People. I don't know what happened. They said she went talking too much about her role. But she's landed on her feet. Thank you, 50 Cent. She's now going to be a part of the crew of Raising Kanan on Starz. What do you guys think of that show? I like it. I like the acting. I like the newcomers on it. I just adore Bettina Miller, who plays Rock. She's amazing. I like the show, but it's coming back for another season, and LaToya Luckett is going to be a part of the crew. Jussie Smollett, not a good day for him. He lost an important witness. They still got this trial going on about that alleged fake hate crime. They're mad at him. They're making him go to jail or go to court. They're making him go to court. It's going to drag on for a while, but he lost a key witness, a lawyer. He wanted to, support him and testify, but the judge said no. She appears unstable to be a proper witness. Did I go over everything? Today was one of those days. I woke up, y'all. I had no electricity. Electricity came on. It did eventually come on, but it threw me off. The technical problems I had with the Frida Payne, but she gave me great scoop, and that was good. Oh, from the comments you guys left me, okay, I'm going to ease up on the side chicks. There are no side chicks if they're not married. So many of you said that. Some people don't want me to ever talk about the Kardashians ever, and I normally don't, but I just thought that story was interesting. But I normally don't. I normally don't even mention them. I just kind of like pass over. But Auntie does read the comments, and guess what? I appreciate them, and we can agree to disagree. I mean, that's life. We can agree to disagree, and we can hash it out. But side chicks, y'all do what y'all do. Y'all do what y'all do. But it was funny how people are breaking down, like, if you're single, there are no sidekicks. And I said, good point. Touche. It's not cute not knowing. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a minute of my mispronouncing of names and when I have brain fogs and just forget what the hell I'm saying because I can't read my writing. We all have days, good, bad, great, fair. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a minute of what we have going on. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Leave a comment. Auntie reads the comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. It's not cute not knowing, and thanks so much for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.